All right, Bailey, take it away.
Okay, happy Monday, everyone. Mike Losi, would you like to lead us in the pledge today?
Certainly.
Awesome, thanks.
All right, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thanks so much. We have quite a few guests today, but I think we'll get to that in a second. So, or I guess Mandy can go ahead and introduce them right now if we want to go ahead and do that.
Yeah, let's do that so they don't have to sit and listen to our.
So Mandy, if you want to go ahead and give your spiel and then introduce your 4-H kids, go ahead.
Hi guys, thank you for having us. I'm sorry, my camera and everything is not working and I had a heck of a time trying to get into this Zoom. So I'm here, I'm behind that youthful photo on the screen here that I refuse to upgrade because I feel so young in it. So so I have two amazing young ladies on here with me today. It was hard gathering some older members because, as we know, Fortuna High is in session, and so they actually don't break for lunch until 12:30. So we have our sweet little 4-Hers on here from Hyattsville this morning. I have Dally Sue Hunt. You want to wave?
Hi.
There she is. And then I have Paisley Jackson.
Hi.
So Paisley's in the car this morning and Dally's at home, and so we just wanted to take a quick minute. Thank you for inviting us back, Renee, to talk to the business community about the upcoming fair and the junior livestock auction. I have the young ladies on the phone are actually going to introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about their project, about themselves, their project, and what they love most about raising animals. So I think I'll start with Dally. Are you ready?
Hi, my name is Dally Sue Hunt and I am 10 years old. I am in Hyattsville 4-H. I am currently the club's quartermaster. This year's Humboldt County Fair projects are my market pig named Wiggs, and here's a picture of them. Then I have 2 breeding heifers. They're both beef breeds. Then I have a market rabbits meat pens of 3. Then I have my show rabbits also. Then I have a punket for the vegetable basket.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dally. So Paisley, how about you?
Okay, I was gonna show rabbits, but since I broke my wrist, I'm just gonna show pygmy goats, dairy goats, swine, sheep, chickens, and I'm gonna do a veggie auction. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the veggie auction yet, but I'm thinking about it. I just want to say I'm glad to be here, and I'm really glad I got into 4-H.
We're so glad to have you both here too. Thank you, Paisley. Thank you, Dally.
So as you guys can see, these two young ladies right here, they're some of our youngest members, and they're involved in every single aspect that 4-H has to offer. They're really couldn't be better spokesmodels for the 4-H program right now. Dally Sue did mention that, and so did Paisley, they're going to be doing the veggie auction. So those of you that are not familiar, the junior livestock auction is a pretty common attending function for businesses, but the veggie auction is something that also helps our younger exhibitors to, they grow their vegetables, they must place in the first place in one category with their veggies to qualify for the auction. They have to declare which veggie they want to take. They put together some pretty incredible baskets. You would think it's just a harvest basket with veggies, but there's salmon and sides of homemade butter and all kinds of incredible stuff. If you have not been to the veggie auction on Saturday of the fair, I believe that's the 27th, I would highly recommend going out and checking out these kids. They're doing a great job with their non-animal projects. But these two young ladies are good specimens to talk about. The junior livestock auction is happening on Sunday, August 28th. In the arena. We will have a barbecue ahead of time. There's tickets that are still available, or you can register there. We will be doing add-ons again this year for the auction for those that don't want to purchase animals, but they want to support these young exhibitors. They can do add-on bids. Those can be placed the day of the auction. You can pre-register or pay for them and do them online from Sunday until a week after the fair this year. So I'm kind of the head person for the add-ons and the banker table as usual with Co-Central. So if anybody has any specific questions about wanting to be a buyer, wanting to know anything that's happening during Junior Week, please reach out to me and I'll get you and your businesses as much information as your heart's desire. So again, thanks for having us on here. And if you guys have any questions, we'll stick on for just a few minutes.
Great. Thanks, Mandy. Any questions for everybody? No, good. Okay, great. Thanks everybody for coming. That was great. Dally Sue and Paisley, good luck at the auction, veggie and otherwise, with your animals. Good luck. Thanks for being here.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you. And good luck in
Bye.
school too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Okay, who's next? Oh, I guess we'll get into my announcements and then we'll open it up to the floor because I think Merritt's got a city council meeting tonight and Melissa's got some kind of grand opening next week. I think she'll probably want to talk about. Okay, so we're excited. This Wednesday is our mixer with the Hobson Humboldt crew, wet construction, and the River Lodge crew. It is a construction theme for this mixer. And if you come in your best hard hat and construction worker look, you may win a prize. So be sure to come join us 5:30 on Wednesday at the River Lodge. Games, lots of fun, prizes, raffle, food, and of course drinks. The Humboldt County Economic Development Department is facilitating public engagement meetings across the county. They're going to host a forum here at the River Lodge on Monday, August 29th at 5:30. The purpose of these meetings is to allow residents to share their thoughts on how to develop economic growth in Humboldt County. If you need more information, you can go to their website, humboldtrising.com. As we had with our presenter or our guest earlier, the Humboldt County Fair is starting the 18th on Thursday, and it'll run through the 28th. The Humboldt Botanical Garden is hosting their garden gala on Saturday, September 10th from 1 to 5. You can purchase tickets at the garden or online at hbgf.org. And the tickets are $100 per person. And then finally, next week, we will welcome Kim Quello from the Alzheimer's Association. And with that, I will turn it back to the floor. Who wants to go first? Melissa? Merritt?
I'd be happy to tell you what's on the council meeting agenda if you would like.
Go for it.
Okay, so we have a council meeting tonight at 6 o'clock. It's a fairly short meeting, but there's a couple of presentations. A new conference center coordinator, Kaylin Stainbrook. You may recognize the name of the formerly FBID nonprofit corporation. And then there was supposed to be an introduction of a new police trainee, but we're going to delay that for another night. There are a few things of interest on the consent calendar. One of them is an MOU with the Fortuna Senior Center to provide them some funding for Measure E for providing events for seniors. And then there's a small one for a timber sale, which is kind of a formality to approve a timber sale to clear around the Van Cell Reservoir to protect that. And then our only business item is the second reading of a staff report for SB9 urban lot splits, and then a brief discussion item on FBID staffing, really just going to let the council know what staff would like to do to handle the FBID tasks outside of the ones that are being contracted with the chamber. So that's it. Should be a short council meeting, and hope to see you there.
Great, thanks. Melissa?
Me, it's in Ferndale, but I'm having my grand opening on Thursday, the 25th at 6 o'clock. here in Ferndale. I might have a celebrity or two in tow. And I'm inviting all of the 150 plus makers that are in the building to stand behind the ribbon and cut it with me. So we've got lots of community members in the building that are selling their products. So I welcome the whole community, not just Ferndale. So that's it.
Yay, great, thank you.
Congratulations, that's exciting.
Thank you. If you know any makers that are yet to get into the store, feel free to send them my way. We just got ghee today. If you don't know what that is, it's some butter.
Clarify butter. It's delicious, by the way.
Yeah, that's
is.
some good stuff.
Yeah, my number one seller is Rover's Choice dog bones. It's unbelievable how many dogs in this town chewed bones. It's pretty cute to watch them all prance by to go get their bones. So there's definitely a void, and it'd be nice. I mean, Fortuna could support a store too like this. It just needs to be in the right spot, and it's definitely good for all the locals and all the makers, and the money just goes right back into the community. So it's pretty cool. So
Great. Yeah, good job. Awesome. We look forward to that. Anybody else with announcements? No? Okay. All right. I guess we can just, I'll turn it back to you, Bailey.
I mean, feel free. You're doing a great job.
Can you tell I've
yeah.
done this before?
Yeah, it's not your first time. And I haven't been here in a couple of weeks, so
Yeah.
just getting back into it. So yeah, we have Leanne Green, Business Service Coordinator for the Humboldt Workforce Coalition. So I'll let Leanne take it from here.
Thank you very much, Bailey. Thank you, Renee. Thank you to all of you for coming this afternoon and hearing what the Humboldt Workforce Coalition is up to. So yes, my name is Leanne Green. I reside and work out of my small little home in Redway. And so the Humboldt Workforce Coalition is an alliance of stakeholders. It includes the County Office of Economic Development, the Humboldt County Workforce Development Board, and the Development Board itself is made up of various government agencies and industry leaders from various public and private sectors who come together and help to drive our workforce development. Cal Poly Humboldt Special Programs Foundation, which is who I'm employed directly by, and College of the Redwoods. So big shout out to Monty. They're a very awesome partner in this program. Next slide, please. So what the Humboldt Workforce Coalition is a nonprofit, and we're dedicated to providing workforce solutions for training and retaining skilled workers for local businesses. We're really working hard to develop a education job pipeline that is not really a closed system per se, but one that encourages our local young people to stay in Humboldt County, educate themselves in Humboldt County for jobs that are here in Humboldt County. And kind of the other part of that work is the stronger labor force that we have and the more skilled labor force we have in Humboldt County, the more enchanting we look to outside businesses that want to invest in our area. And the county works hard to bring those folks here. So we want to be job ready for these investors in our local businesses. Next slide, please. Right, so as I said, our goal is to stimulate the local economy by investing in the growth and development of local businesses through workforce development. And that's kind of where my job comes in. Next slide. Right, so I am technically part of the team that works out of the job market in Eureka. The job market is at 409 K Street in Eureka. It shares space with the EDD office. We have team members there that are available to meet with people on a walk-in basis. They can make one-to-one appointments with our job counselor, career counselors, and we can talk about what we do. In Southern Humboldt, I currently have regular office hours, if you will, at our Garberville complex, which includes the deputies substation, our library, in this lovely conference room. So I'm currently there the second Wednesday of each month from 1 to 4, but I also do lots of outreach. I've been out to Lolita, Bridgeville. I have dates coming up in Petrolia, and yes, I will be in Fortuna as well. So I'm kind of looking for a space where I can do some regular outreach, kind of open hours. And I am in touch with Adon at the part of the Community Resource Center there in Fortuna. Some of the outreach events that I've been at include food distributions, community potluck out in Bridgeville. They do that on a monthly basis. So whatever kind of events are going to bring together your community, and especially those that may be struggling, I would like to be there to help share with them our services. So keep me posted if you have something coming on. Next slide, please. So for any person who is looking for work, whether they need a new job because they're unemployed, they're looking to upgrade their jobs, the Eureka Job Center, Job Market Center has computers available. You can look at all the local area job listings. You can do resumes, cover letters, reference sheets, and I saw a quick email come across my desk this morning that I think on Tuesday, the job market is doing a resume writing workshop there at the center on K Street in Eureka. You can fax, you can scan, you can email potential employers. As I said, there's trainings and workshops, typing tests. Of course, you can connect with EDD folks and file for unemployment, request an extension, any kind of EDD business. We do have access to some great labor market data. We can do a high-set testing center along with College of the Redwoods at their community office. And I'm working on a workaround for online testing, high-set offers. So working on that one, because just to go down that rabbit hole for a quick second, people who are looking to get their high school equivalency, that's what the high-set is. And College of the Redwoods Community Education Department offers a free high-set class. It's online. They also do it at their center in Eureka. The catch is that in order to take the test, you have to make 5 trips to Eureka. There's 5 different sections of the test. So for some of us, especially in the outlying areas, that poses a challenge. So, part of my job is removing barriers from people getting to where they need to be in trained jobs. And so I'm working on a workaround for that testing. We have job fairs. There's a college and career expo on September 13th at College of the Redwoods. It is aimed a little bit more at high school students and young people that aren't quite sure what's going on, but anyone's welcome. And you can find out about all kinds of great programs. Next slide, please. Right, we also have enhanced services for enrolled job seekers. In a nutshell, enrolled job seekers are those that are maybe on Medi-Cal, they receive SNAP benefits or what we know as CalFresh benefits for their family. They're already collecting unemployment insurance. They've been displaced from a job. So those are the types of people that we could qualify as an enrolled job seekers. We do that through the WIOA program, which is the Workforce Investment Opportunity Act. Have had various acronyms over the years, over the decades. But some of the monies that we have can help pay for schooling and certifications, items that students need, new job seekers need to be successful at work. You need a set of scrubs, you need a tool belt. We have monies, and I have a credit card that can help buy those kind of things. We do interview preparation and training. We've done those in concert with the Del Norte group at College of the Redwoods, and the which group was it? Construction Trades group cohort. And so that's good fun for us as well as for the students to have some practice. We know about the current jobs that are out there, skilled and unskilled. We also have programs that help young people with on-the-job training. We have work experience programs for you employers. I'll get into that in a little bit longer in a couple slides here. And then we do internships. And of course, you got to qualify for these. So we have to jump through some hoops to do that. I try to make it as painless as possible. And right now we are not lacking in money for those services. So please send your people my way. All right, next slide, please. All right, employers. So we have on-the-job training, which helps you employers mitigate the cost of hiring a new employee. We know that it costs a lot of money to train new employees and get them up to speed. So we really want that to be a successful program, and it helps everybody. It helps the employers, and it helps our employees be more efficient, more productive, happier at work because they're confident about what the expectations are and how to actually fulfill their job. We do some work experience programs that's mainly targeted at our 16 to 24 youth programs, where they can come in and shadow a job for up to 6 weeks. We can help you with your marketing and advertising for open positions. We do have a direct pipeline to CalJobs. We use Indeed, and now Handshake is also on my list of job programs to learn about. As I said earlier, we have lots of, because we have access to CalJobs, we have lots of great information about our labor market and data, what's out there. And of course, we are working really hard to create a great pool of applicants. And I would even invite employers, if you have an open position at your business and you've hired, let's say, or you've interviewed 5 applicants, you've got 1 position, send those other 4 that you didn't choose to us, and we will help them carry on with their job seeking, maybe help them improve their skills with a little constructive feedback from employers about why they didn't get hired. Anyway, okay. Next slide, please, Renee. All right, so the on-the-job training program is really an exciting program for you employers. You pick someone, you hire someone to fulfill a position that you have open at least 32 hours a week. They do need to be full-time positions. As I said, I'll take your rejects and help them find other jobs. You're going to train the employee, and we're going to help you create a training plan with measurable goals so that everybody knows where they are in the training process. Ideally, you're going to retain this employee at the end of the training period. Of course, you're going to agree to work with us, and we have a little contract to do that. And to develop this training plan, employee needs to know how to do A, B, C, D, E. This is who's going to teach them how to do that. This is how we're going to know that they've learned how to do those things. You'll supervise the employee and evaluate their training process. And then each month you provide us with documentation of timesheets and the pay stubs, and we will pay you at least 50% of the wages you expended to train that employee that month. You might even qualify for more. So at least I can guarantee at least 50% of the wages are paid back to you. So that's a win-win situation, folks. Next slide. Right, so our work experience program is more of a job shadowing program. They're exploring these people are exploring different career options, checking out what things are like. And those are 8 week programs for up to 320 hours. And as those come up, I can share more information about them as well. Next slide. All right, one of the things we do is help you market and advertise open positions. Of course, we're on the social media bandwagon. So we do have an active Facebook page. I believe we're also on Twitter, although I don't personally have a Twitter. But Facebook is pretty active, lots of posts going up there about local jobs. Of course, the CalJobs website, Indeed, LinkedIn, and then we do a lot of community networking. In fact, that's probably 80% of what I do is just getting out there, telling people about our jobs, letting people know what jobs are available in that particular area, whether they're remote, whether you can commute, all that good kind of stuff. So that's actually really my favorite part of the job, is getting out there and sharing all this information with everyone. Next slide, please. All right, this is relatively current labor market information. You might have heard this before. We have targets of opportunity in the North Coast region and these targets of opportunity are just saying this is where we expect to have the industries that we expect to have the largest consistent growth in living wage jobs. Living wage these days is a little bit over $21 in our area an hour. So that's something to think about as you're trying to fill jobs, especially in this really strange job market right now. Targets of opportunity in our area include diversified healthcare, tourism, building and systems construction, specialty flour, food and beverage, investment support services, management and innovation services, forest products, and niche manufacturing. Melissa, those are your makers in the niche manufacturing, right?
Leanne, I want to know if specialty flour includes cannabis.
That's a really good question. I assume it does, but I'm not sure. I've unfortunately talked to a lot of people that are like, all right, help me respin my cannabis experience for the last 30 years because I need another job. But I'll ask Randy Weaver. He's presenting to our CERT group at the end of the month, and he's the labor data guru from the EDD. I keep trying to push tourism jobs. I keep getting pushed back on because most of those are not living wage jobs. So it's a little bit of a slippery slope for certain areas. We just got to keep moving forward, right? And trying to fulfill these various positions. It'll be interesting to see if, you know, in about a year and a half or so, we'll get another regional plan that for the county, which will come out of the SEDS document, which is the, it's not community.
Comprehensive.
Comprehensive, thank you. Comprehensive economic development strategy, which is, as Renee mentioned at the beginning of the meeting, they're starting to gather data for, that will be published next year. And then our county will begin to create a new regional plan. So we'll see if any of these targets of opportunity change. I don't think they're going to change that much if they do. Next slide, please. Right, so we help you access, get access to a pool of potential applicants. You might have heard me chatting with Monty at the beginning of the meeting. Monty and I have connected, so we are working hard to make sure that College of the Redwoods and their career technical education classes, the advisors and the instructors know what's happening in our county in terms of jobs and what's available to them. And at the same time, we will help to circumnavigate preconceived notions about various areas of the county. I was at CR last week for their little open house, and a young gentleman came up to our table, and he was in the auto tech program. And I said, "Oh, dude, I've got a great job in Southern Humboldt for you." And he was like, "It's too hot down there." So, you know, we'll try to work with that as well. But we also want to help new career employees understand there's a certain amount of sacrifice sometimes that needs to be made to get that experience under your belt, right? Of course, we use the Cal Jobs website. And again, back to that community outreach, because I'm sure it's true in the Eel River Valley as well in Southern Humboldt. Most jobs announcements go out the quickest through the community grapevine. And we try our best to make sure that the information that goes out is correct and continuing to be correct. All right, next slide, please. And this is how you can get in touch with us. Whoops, that slide goofed around a little bit. Again, I'm Leanne Green. You can contact me at the email lg244@humboldt.edu. It's actually easier to do that than try to remember how to spell my names correctly. And or you can call me directly at 925-727-1935. I would ask that phone number not be published readily. However, any of you are welcome to contact me directly at that number. You can also contact the job market up in Eureka. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till noon, 1 till 5. And the general number up there is 441-5627. As I said, we have a full team up there that can help job seekers and business folks alike. We also have bilingual Spanish-speaking staff. And just for the record, I also speak Spanish. So I've been out in Lolita and almost exclusively speaking Spanish with the community out there. So it's really awesome to be able to offer that for others. I don't really do so much at the north end of the county, but if people needed a Hmong translator, for instance, we would be happy to make that happen. Like, we really want to help drop any barriers that people have to get into living wage jobs that feed our local economy. That's really what we're all about. We're working closely with College of the Redwoods to expand their CTE and community education offerings so that they match up with these targets of opportunity. So you can sign up to do phlebotomy, you can do front office billing or medical billing. There's trucking classes, there's construction classes. And we're also working hard to make sure that other vocational and technical ed programs in the county are also on the, I forget what the acronym is, but the acceptable training programs list, shall we say. So thank you very much again for listening to my quick little spiel here. Does anyone have any questions I might answer? I can throw information up in the chat. As I said,
I had a question for you. I'm relatively familiar with the on-the-job training through my dad's old business. Is that age-based, or is that anybody that has come looking for a job, that opportunity is available?
Yeah, anybody that's come looking for the job, we can get into the on-the-job training program. It's the WEX, the Work Experience Program, that's geared more to that transitional age youth group of 16 to 24, where they're just really exploring the job. The on-the-job training program is more along the lines of, excuse me, a business owner says, hey, we have this great candidate. This person would be an excellent fit for our business, but they need a few more skills. Can you help us subsidize his training period? And we're like, yeah. And we'll design that training program to help them. And just for a little bit of background, I am a former high school Spanish teacher. So I'm pretty adamant about putting together training programs that are measurable so that these new employees know what they're learning, how they're going to learn it, and how to prove that they've learned it. And of course, that's going to help the employers feel confident that this is indeed going to be a great candidate for our business. I don't know, one of the other things that I'm a little pet project of mine is how employers can improve the culture in their business among their staff and how they relate with each other. The statistics are pretty straightforward. 85% of people do not leave a job because they don't like it. They leave their managers. They leave a culture. And in this era, shall we say, post-ish pandemic, people are really weighing very heavily toward being someplace. We spend so much of our time at work, and many people consider those families. So how can we create that family sense? And employers end up at everybody wins, but the employers have less turnover. They have better production, less drama, because there's systems to deal with conflicts. We're humans, conflicts are going to happen, right? And every employee, I think, needs to be expecting some sort of criticism. Of course, the more constructive that employers and managers can present that criticism and enable an employee to improve and say, hey, you're a great employee, but you're not very good at this part. So we're going to have you do this. We're going to walk through, and then the employee takes ownership for what they do and take pride in what they do. And that comes back to the employers in spades. So stay tuned for more information about some tips and things that employers can do to help create a great place to work.
Awesome.
Any
Great.
other questions, concerns, comments, ideas?
Oh, we got lots of ideas. Don't worry. We'll be contacting.
Yeah.
We'll be roping you and Montel into some things coming up hopefully soon.
Wonderful. That's good news.
Yeah.
Well, I will be at the mixer on Wednesday.
Oh,
So you're
good.
welcome to come visit me. I may come up for the SEDS conversation as well, because workforce is a big part of
Mhm.
people's satisfaction about living in the county. And, many of you are on the CERC calls that have been going on for over 2 years now, 2.5 years.
Mhm.
And we know that workforce, housing, broadband, childcare, all food resiliency are all interconnected. And it's my personal opinion that we have been given an opportunity to think forward and really do things in a different way, to think outside the box, because that, but we've always done it this way is not really working out particularly well for us, especially in this moment. So I'm encouraging we out of the box thinkers to come together and to really make your voice loud and clear at these SEDS events as well, because anyway, I won't get back up on that soapbox. That's a whole that's a whole different presentation.
I hear
But
you.
yeah, I'm super excited. Again, reach out to me.
Yeah.
And you or your business, or people who are looking for help. I'm more than happy to come to Fortuna and sit down, meet with people, connect to outreach activities, all that good kind of stuff.
Great. Awesome. Thanks, Leanne. It's been good having you. I'm glad you landed here. I think you're going to be great.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Renee.
it's
I'm
a good
really
fit.
stoked to be able to focus on one thing at a time.
Well, and I like that it's the, Eel River Valley and South, because
Mhm.
we tend to, I won't say get forgotten, but it's nice that that's your region, so that you and I already have a history and we can work well together. So that's great. Awesome. All right, everybody. And we'll see you Wednesday at our hops mixer with Wen Construction in the River Lodge, at the River Lodge at 5:30. And then we'll see you next Monday with the Alzheimer's Association. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.